plug and just step away from everything for a day at
And just go
every once in a
hiking or
while?
something.
I do all the time, as often as possible.
Because I see people like you, and then it just seems like you're just wired in. Your brain's wired in, and I was just always curious. But I mean, you do take time and step away from it. But when you do step away from it, are you like, man, I wonder what's going on Twitter, or I wonder what's happening on the website, or are you like that, or can you just forget about it for a few hours?
I try to as often as possible. To forget about it as often.
I mean, you got to have time away or you'll burn out.
Where do you see yourself, like, say, in 5 years down the road? Like, where do you hope this is going to go?
I don't know. Hopefully to the moon. I don't know.
To the moon. Love it.
Like, I have no idea what's going to happen with it. It's like I've got like some reality show stuff we've been looking at. I've got
cool.
A friend of mine in LA is opening up a PR thing for actors, and they want me to work with that. I've got this other project called Hey Star that's like CM Chat, but it's going to be more about celebrities. So, yeah.
That sounds
you
cool.
got all kinds of stuff in the works then. So I'm excited. I want you to keep us in the loop because
keep us in the loop.
I feel like we're tight now, and I want to stay in the loop, and I want to know what's going on. So I guess all I have to really do is just watch her website.
Yeah, and basically stalk her.
But it's just nice. It's just nice to know that we're in the loop, though, because it makes me feel important. Yeah. I like the feeling of importance.
Me too.
Okay, so you've got all this stuff going on that's coming up on the CMA Fest, and you've got all this stuff you do on Twitter with your CM Chat Live. Now, how does that work? Like because you do the live chats, and then everybody hashtags on Twitter. And will you help me, because I'm Twitter stupid? I just recently learned to put a hashtag on some stuff just a few months ago.
Bruh.
So I'm not real smart. So I mean, how does it work? The whole CM Chat Live thing, because I see your Twitter going nuts when you've got this stuff going on.
What you mean on the Monday night chat?
Yeah, I guess that's what it is, because you people hashtag everything, and then they
Yeah, okay,
Hashtag
what it
this,
is, it's
hashtag
called a
that.
hashtag community, and it's basically like how people communicate between. A hashtag is used to like separate all the tweets. So like if you click on it, everybody who's using that, it came from the Internet Relay Code, or IRC, the old days. And so what would happen is there was just so much information that if people wanted to be able to communicate, they would hashtag things, and then you'd click on it, and then that was a way to like segregate that conversation. So through the same thing with Twitter, people started to create these hashtag chats to say, hey, on an organized fashion this day, we're going to get together and we're going to talk about whatever the topic is. And so that became I don't even know who the first chat was, but I know that Matt Collier from Blog Chat, he started his deal, he had to have been 5 or 6 years ago, but he helped me start CM Chat. One night I was having a call with him, and I said, what do you think about somebody doing this for the entertainment community? And that's why when people say that I'm some kind of like, that this is my, whatchamacallit, that it's a pioneer, if you will, that I wasn't the person. I just said to Mac, I'm like, what do you think about people doing an entertainment chat around country music? Do you think that would work? And he's like, yeah, that's a great idea. You should try it. And I was like, on a Thursday night, so over the weekend, I was like, hey, on Monday, we're going to all get together and we're going to do a Twitter chat based on whatever, like we're going to all talk about country music, meet yourself. And so that was just the whole way it started.
So from there, it just kind of
like,
blew
and
up.
then I said, so Sunday or Monday night got together, and people were like talking on the hashtag, and it was like a country music meet yourself, and I had everybody there, just like a mishmash of like an open mic night talking, no rhyme or reason. And then the next week I'm like, maybe I should have guests and I'll interview them. And so I would just throw out questions, and I had like 3 different guests, and I'd ask them stuff and the people would ask them stuff. And then I saw that was just so disorganized. Then I dropped it down to having 2 people, and then I would ask the questions. Then I went down to 1 person, and I'd ask the questions, but I'd get them from other people. And it's just, it's totally grown into this Twitter view where over the years is to where it's become now, and it's people come to watch the Twitter view and to ask questions and just to talk to each other now. It's like a real community thing.
That's really cool. You know, you've got just such a great personality. I mean, it's so much fun just to be talking to you.
I love your personality.
I was a little concerned because I was a little nervous to talk to Jessica. I gotta be honest.
So you were the giddy schoolboy?
Yes.
You were giddy schoolboy?
I was nervous. I'm not even sure why. It's just because I feel like you're really so accomplished, but then when I talk to you, you just make me comfortable and you're just very down to earth.
I like that about you. I like that you're not afraid to be yourself and be quirky and be happy and just all I love you.
Me? Oh my God! Like I said, I'm a dork. I'm a big fat dork.
That's why we like you.
Absolutely. Now, okay, so you've got to send us a dorky picture of yourself so we can post it on the website. And then,
okay,
yeah, and then when you come by BB King's, we'll make sure we get some pictures of you as well and all that good stuff. Now, if you had a chance and I'm going to kind of get away from the internet stuff and everything, and I just want to find out a little bit more about you because we've got about 10 minutes, give or take, left. But I want to ask you this. If you had 5 minutes to sit down and just have a cup of coffee with anybody, and this could be anybody throughout history, living, dead, who would it be?
Oh, my God. Lee, it would probably be, oh, my God. Of course, you asked me this question, and my head just, like, they call him the boogeyman. Lee, hold on, the boogeyman. Lee Atwater.
Okay. Now tell me about who. I'm not even sure who Lee is.
Lee Atwater was he was basically a campaign tactic or like a campaign manager, and he was just known for being very crucial to Republicans in the 80s, and he just had his tactics where they called him the boogeyman because you just never knew where he was coming. He was very much like, I mean, he was criticized, but it was like he was really good at his job. He was like sort of like, not the king of dirty tricks, but he just was so strategic in the way they did stuff. Like he was an absolute, I mean, whether you liked his tactics or not, it was the fact that he kind of transformed the way presidential campaigning is in the U.S. and his I would really had wanted to be when I was younger. I wanted to be a politician, like at first, or I mean, not a politician. I wanted to make politicians. Like I wanted to be a campaign manager. I'd always thought that would be really cool, and so I thought Lee was interesting. I like him. I love G. Gordon Liddy. I met him actually. He was cool. Really, really cool. He was very intense but cool. Yeah. Like I was little. I grew up. I grew up totally like a big old right-wing conservative, like politically wise. But now I realize what I am is I'm a libertarian. I'm very much of a libertarian. The more I think it's more like a William F. Buckley attitude. Like, but I was younger in the politics of stuff that I would regurgitate certain things I heard. But as I learned stuff and I studied in school and I found out what I was about, I found out I was more of a libertarian.
And I don't know that you even really left those ideals that you had back then. I think the party itself has just changed so much.
That's true.
I think maybe back in the day you probably were a right-wing conservative, and now those ideals have switched to libertarian. So
what happened is it's like I'm sort of like a socially a little bit more liberal and fiscally conservative, and there isn't really a party for me anymore. There's I want the fiscal conservatism, but I don't think that we should be using morals, our own morals on other people. And I feel like some of that stuff, the religious part of it needs to be kept out of politics, but at the same part, I am my own, spirituality, but it's like you just can't tell somebody else what's right for them. Like for our country, I want it to be where if we were a little bit more fiscally conservative, it might be better for the economy. And if we're a little more socially liberal, it might, it doesn't matter. It's my own views.
Well, very well said. And I think a lot of people are in the same boat, especially in the flyover states. And that makes up, the majority, I believe.
Yeah.
There's the East Coast, the West Coast, and there's the flyover states. And I think that a lot of people probably are like-minded as far as all that stuff goes. But now, this is a really important question. So if you're not sitting down, you might want to sit down.
Okay, I'm sitting down.
Okay, you might want to take a deep breath. Go ahead. Okay. That was good. That was a good breath. If you could have any superhero power, what would that power be?
Boy, actually, I would want to. I'd say I'd want to fly, but I'm afraid of flight heights sometimes, and I get my stomach gets like icky, so I wouldn't want to fly. I probably would want to be. I'd want to be able to heal people with the touch, so I could like make people feel better if they hurt.
Sure, everybody want to hang out with you.
They'd be like,
well, you don't feel good, you got a headache, ba-da-ding, ba-da-ding.
Done.
I'd be over at your house all the time.
Now, okay, so we've only got a couple minutes left, but if people want to get in contact with you or stalk you a little bit, where do they find you? I mean, I know there's like 50 million places they can find you, but like, what are the top three? Like your Twitter and your webpage and all that stuff.
Okay, I would say follow me on Twitter is going to be the best place. And then I have facebook.com/Jessica Northey. And then see anything on cmchatlive.com you can go check out.
All right. So I hope you have a big turnout at your award show you said on the 15th.
Absolutely. The 15th at Tin Roof on Demonbram starting on the 6:30 Nashville time.
Okay. And what are a few of the awards? Like what are some of the nominations?
Like, we have, like, must follow male, must follow female, must follow headliner, must follow icon, must follow duo. And then I did, like, must follow parody account.
I'm just shocked I'm not in every one of those. I don't understand.
I know,
right? What happened?
I don't know.
Next year, I guess I need one for podcasting.
Yeah, maybe there was a glitch.
There must have been a glitch.
I'm
sorry.
I
apologize.
I'm sure I must have got nominated.
Glitch in the Matrix.
I can't figure it out. I really can't. But anyway, we look forward to seeing you, and we're so excited to see where all this goes, and hopefully we'll see it go to the moon.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
High expectations for you, we really do, because you're just really cool. I mean, you're a dork, but you can be cool too.
That's right, a cool dork.
Oh, exactly. I love being a cool dork. I'm a cool dork. Cool
There's
dork.
a song for it.
That could be our outro song. But thank you all so much for listening. We loved having Jessica on the show, and we've got such a big lineup for the rest of the day. If you're on the ChrisTopProgram.com, you see what's coming. We've got Kayla Nettles next. We've got Tori Lynn coming up. The Springs. Then we have Alexis Gomez from American Idol on the way. Just a big time today. I don't even know how I do this. I have no clue.
No idea.
No clue how I do this.
We're just cool like that.
And any one of those people I just mentioned, if you're on the ChrisTopProgram.com, you can just go up there and click on their picture. It'll take you right to their Twitter. So I guess that's it. So until we broadcast again, you want to do it or you want me to do it?
Maybe you should do it.
Okay, I'll do it this time. We do not, nor will we ever take any of you for granted. I promise you that. So until we broadcast again, please remember, life is good, and we're gone.
Maybe a dork, things might be looking grim. I guess it's time